In the mid-19th century, the world stood on the brink of a new kind of conflict, a clash of empires that would redefine the very nature of war. On one side, the vast expansionist Russian Empire sought to extend its influence into the decaying Ottoman territories. On the other, a nervous coalition of powers, the British, the French, and the Ottoman Empire itself, rallied to push back the tide. This was the Eastern Question, a geopolitical powder keg that was about to explode into a conflict that would pit Old World tactics against New World technologies. The stage was set for a confrontation that would be remembered not for its clear objectives, but for its brutal realities, the Crimean War. In the autumn of 1854, a massive Allied armada descended upon the shores of the Crimean Peninsula. Their objective was the heavily fortified port city of Sevastopol, the heart of Russian naval power in the Black Sea. What they anticipated as a swift campaign soon devolved into one of history's most grueling sieges. The Allied forces, unprepared for the task ahead, found themselves bogged down in a grueling war of attrition. Soldiers dug miles of trenches, enduring the bitter cold of the Russian winter, rampant disease, and the constant threat of enemy fire. The fortifications of Sevastopol, masterfully engineered, proved to be a formidable obstacle, turning the peninsula into a vast, muddy graveyard where progress was measured in inches. Amidst the stalemate, the war was defined by moments of shocking bravery and catastrophic error. The Battle of Balaclava became legendary, not for a decisive victory, but for the ill-fated charge of the Light Brigade, a testament to valor and flawed command. Yet this old war was also a glimpse into the future. For the first time, the electric telegraph relayed news from the front lines in near real time, while military railways transported supplies with unprecedented speed. Roger Fenton, a pioneer of war photography, captured the haunting, static images of the aftermath, bringing the grim reality of the conflict home to a public hungry for information. It was in this environment of suffering and innovation that a new kind of hero emerged. Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp, and her team of nurses revolutionized military medicine, bringing sanitation and compassionate care to the squalid field hospitals, fighting a desperate battle against infection and disease that claimed more lives than combat itself. After nearly a year of relentless siege, the climax arrived. In a final, desperate assault, French troops stormed and captured the Malakoff Redoubt, a critical defensive linchpin in Sevastopol's fortifications. With their primary naval base untenable, the Russian forces had no choice but to retreat, blowing up their remaining forts and scuttling their own fleet. The fall of Sevastopol effectively ended the fighting. The subsequent Treaty of Paris in 1856 officially concluded the war, stripping Russia of its territorial gains and neutralizing the Black Sea. The Crimean War was over, but its legacy was just beginning. It had checked Russian expansionism for a generation and shattered the concert of Europe that had maintained peace for decades. More importantly, it had served as a brutal, bloody laboratory for modern warfare, highlighting the importance of logistics, technology, and medical care. The immense human cost, with hundreds of thousands dead, mostly from disease, was a stark lesson for the great powers. It was a conflict that bridged two eras, a medieval-style siege fought with the tools of the industrial age, forever changing the way the world would view war, heroism, and the true price of ambition.